My name is Bruno Gabetti. I'm part of the Digital Transformation Center at UTEC. And today I'd like to share with you our experience with OpenEDX platform and building a local OpenEDX community in Uruguay. Let me start by giving you some general context about Uruguay. We are a small country with 3.5 million people and with a strong national strategy to public digital education, supported by a high level of digital connectivity with almost 95% of internet connection across all the country. This country makes Uruguay a great place to prototyping, to test, to quickly scale edX initiatives. Now let me tell you about UTEC. That is my university. We are a public university with a technological profile, focuses on research and innovation. We want to make higher education easier to access, especially beyond Montevideo, that is the capital of the Uruguay. And to reach this goal, we need to lead in digital transformation, in university management, and in teaching learning process. And we use data to make decisions. We aspire to be a data-driven university. Let me show you a short video about UTEC.
We are born as allies of uncertainty, learning to anticipate the future as part of our nature. From our presence in 11 cities and towns, we have fostered a vibrant community rich in knowledge and ideas, rapidly evolving into the most dynamic educational institution in Uruguay. Our growth is rooted in an educational approach that closely aligns with critical strategic development areas of both the country and the region. We broke down barriers with a flexible educational model that nurtures individuals with creative and entrepreneurial mindsets, empowering them to innovate and transform an ever-changing world. We have embraced digital transformation and pioneered new methods of teaching and learning. Our influence transcends borders, fostering engagement with diverse cultures around the globe. We champion purpose-driven research, enhancing value, and crafting innovative solutions in collaboration with the private sector. As a hub for regional development, we connect knowledge and action. We are a disruptive and transformative public university, committed to advancing sustainable development, both in Uruguay and globally. UTEC, in all possible futures.
Okay. Now, with this context, let me show our journey with OpenEDX. Where are we now? We are, I'm sorry, I forget a little detail about UTEC. We are a very young university. We are founded in 2012, so we have 13 years. Where are we going now? We have nearly 20,000 active users for almost 50 different countries and 1,000 courses created in the platform. This is our reality in OpenEDX platform that we use to open education program for students and the community. And to get there, we started 10 years ago, implementing OpenEDX for internal courses first. And then we realized that we need to develop a legal framework to open education and we created the open education policy. And then a few years later, we shared our experience with other institutions in Uruguay, like Ceibal and INEFOP. And with this institution, we understand that we need to create a local community of Open edX in Uruguay. And to do that, to build that community, we need an interinstitutional alliance with Ceibal and INEFOP. Ceibal is a public agency for digital education in schools, and they are in the conference too, and obviously they can tell you much more about their work that I do. I think you have tomorrow a presentation. And INEFOP is the National Institute for Training and Employment. Sorry. We were working together to identify cross-cutting projects that together we can solve in this community. So last year we launched the first Open edX Challenge Uruguay. That was a 3 days hackathon to solve real problems, to develop the Open edX community in Uruguay, and helping students build technical skills on the Open edX platform. How did we support the teams of students that participate in the challenge? We offer technical workshops, create a space for coaching, providing a sandbox environment to explore the platform that with the help of Axim. And we also offer specialized support made possible thanks other members of the community. We work with Aulas Neo and EduNext who joined the challenge and help us. The winning prototype actually solved a real problem. It's an EA-powered help of forums. But the most important part was everything we learned in the process, honestly. Like helping students understanding how Open edX works and training future talent to grow the Open edX community in Uruguay. The students mostly are IT students of UTEC. So what we gain? Students develop technical skills, working groups, growing teams, and student learning what it means to work as a part of a community. And that is very important for us. So what are we aiming for now? A strong local community of student education and institutions that can help to develop EdTech talents and contribute to Open edX in general. We start small in our community, but we aim to contribute to Open edX project. And to make this happen, we need to keep building the local community with events, training, and working together, keep students involved and part of how the platform keeps growing, and launch the second Open edX Challenge Uruguay. This is our goal in a short time. And to do that, we would like to ask you your inputs. You'll see this is a QR code, and maybe if you want, you can help us by answering a few questions, like what problems can we solve in the next challenge with the student, this hackathon with the students of IT, and what skills should we help to develop in the students? And of course, if you want to be part of the next Open edX hackathon, you are invited. So For us, it's very important to grow up our community because, like I say, we are a small country, but we have a very potential in IT talent. So it's important to us to foment that the use of OpenEDX. Obviously, you can. So this is what I want to say about our community. If you have any question or comment, are welcome. It's a very
Yeah. Question. Yep. I was just curious how many people you have that work on the Open EDX installation full time.
That is a very good question. I present Martin.
Well, we work with a provider next. We that are still working in developing some solutions that are necessary for our needs. You know? Most of them are the same with the rest of the Uruguayan community. INEFOP and Ceibal, we have meetings and we saw that we have the same interest, the same problems, and well, we aim to work together to solve them. I know that some of them are maybe problems that are general all across the world and in a lot of university and institutions, but I know that we will work in that, and most of the challenge that we promote for the students are aligned with that, right? So, well, we have a lot of projects, but we aim to the students to start working with the community to contribute in any way, because sometimes what we perceive from them is that they think that is maybe something complex, that they are not at the they don't have the knowledge to contribute to the community, but where we saw that you don't have to be a genius. Well, if you are a genius, better, but you can contribute even with translation and things like that that are necessary. And we saw that in the last update that we do in our platform, that we have some problems that are basic, like translation, and we can contribute with that. Yes.
We don't have a specialized team for each platform that we have, so this is a difficult for us. But this is one of the reasons that is very important to create this community, because we contribute with the experience. We work with OpenEDX more 10 years, and for example, Ceibal, INEFOP have other I'm sorry, I don't other other facilities to other resources to approach to the community. Yeah.
Thanks so much. You mentioned Ceibal. So can you tell more about how they're using it? I think there's
Yeah.
Thanks so much. I'm curious about how Ceibal and some of the other organizations are using the Open edX platform. I know there's a lot on the teaching and learning side, and I'm just curious if you are familiar with their installations and have anything to share.
I'm sorry.
I might have said that too fast. So. can you talk about Ceibal's use?
Like
how they're
yeah,
using-
but maybe Julia and Alvaro are from Ceibal, and they can.
Now, tomorrow we will present the
Yeah.
Ceibal case tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. No, I'm telling if you want to come. But no, we work. What do you want to know specifically about the Ceibal? Okay, in our case, we work with. They are a university, and we work with schools and high schools and schools, and mostly we use Open edX to train teachers, but to train teachers from basic mandatory school, not teachers of university school. Now we are starting to use Open edX also to secondary school, but upper secondary, from 15 to 18. So that's something that we started in May this year, but we are working with teachers since 2022, I think. Yes, yeah. And there are around 60,000 teachers in Uruguay, and we have reached, I don't know, a lot. Because, yes, we in our country there was like this educational policy that they needed to teach teachers for that reform, and then they use our Open edX platform and our team. So that's why we reach a high percentage.
And the other institution that is INEFOP work with workers and workforce and with these employee people.
Trainee citizen for
Yeah, soft skills and
Yeah.
things like that.
and something is important to know is the institutions are public and free
Yes.
for students, for teachers, and for citizens.
Universities.
Yeah.
I love the idea of having students contribute to the platform and reaching out and seeing who in the community wants what built. But to flip it back, based on your use, is there anything on the platform that you think needs improvement for how you're doing your work and trying to educate the students? Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not so easy for the students understand the logic of Open edX, how it works. I think that maybe for this second edition, we need to create something to give the students an approach of how Open edX works, because it's not similar to any other language or platform. This is the most difficult thing.
So kind of on the build documentation side, not on the LMS
side. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we also try to bring some students that were the winners of the hackathon, but they couldn't do it. But so they can see the community closer and interact with other people and feel part of it. And then they can translate and communicate their experience with other people and to bring more students here.
Is there a place where we could access the AI tool on maybe a staging server so we could play around with it and see what they had built?
Yes, we don't have it in a virtual machine, but we have a project. Maybe we can share it with you.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, of course. And if you identify something that come up to you, to a student, maybe can help in the community, welcome.
Yeah, it's a really cool kind of meta thing where it's an educational platform and you're teaching students through working on the platform and contributing back. And I really love that. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes, it's important to know that what we were aiming to approach with this challenge wasn't that they start developing the platform, right? Or because we know that it wasn't realistic in 3 days, right? But we were trying them to be closer to the community and start knowing other people and sharing experience. So the first step, maybe this year's hackathon, we could make them develop a real solution for the OpenEDX platform.
And they are OpenEDX users, so they have something to say.
Yeah. I'm sure they have a lot of good things
Yeah.
to say. I mean, useful things to say.
Yes.
I should say.
I think that's the thing that we struggle with kind of across the platform is getting feedback from actual students. That's one of the harder things for us to get on the OpenEDX development side, since we don't have an installation with any students. So we look forward to anything that comes.
Well, count with us to any initiative that you go up. There's no problem.
You said that there were some challenges that were found across all the installations that you found there was similar problems. I'm curious if you have any good examples of things that we should fix right now. Today, we have 3 days.
Well, take a seat.
Well, yes, we saw that.
Microphone for this.
Yes, we saw that the certificate configuration, it was yes very complex for teacher isn't possible. We have a team that worked with that. That was one thing that we tried. One of the challenge. The other one was an AI agent that could respond a question about the course from students, like, I don't know, which are the topics, who's the teacher, how I can contact him, and things like that. And I think that is the less relevant, because now it's full of AI agents everywhere. But the other case was, we have a process for teacher for
Creating new courses.
yes, creating new course, because they need they complete a form where they say which is the rubric that they are going to use, who is the course, for students, teachers, or all the community, things like that. And then we create the course manually in the platform. So there is a process, and we were trying to create an automatization for the beginning to the creation of the course. And then, we have also an open challenge where they can propose a solution for the platform. Yes, those were the 4 challenges.
Thank you so much.
No, I want to ask you if you use the OpenEDX platforms for tutor course or only to self-paced course, I mean, with synchronics and
Yeah.
only
This is our open education program, so I think that 99% are MOOCs with self-attended for the students.
No, and in the case, if there is a tutor course, what do you use? If the forums or but I don't know if there is.
Yes, I think that there are not too much, but they interact with students. Yes, to phone or via email. But we have small groups, so it's we can do that. But if you have a larger group, a bigger group, well, I know that it wouldn't be possible.
Thank you.
You change.
So yeah, it's really interesting model to involve students, and this is like really first time I'm hearing this, and it's exciting. So what is for them, for students? Is this kind of long-term, I don't know, journey? What is actually for them there? It's like volunteering. It's adding value to grow the quality or like contribute to like translation, you say. What else? So what is for them? What are you selling? Like, because they're young, they're ambitious, and just knowing from our side, like Raccoon Gang, how this is how important it is to bring core contributors to the platform, to the community, and to do real things which is matters. It's really hard to do. So I'm just interested in these young minds. What are you selling for them? What is the value?
Well, in the first
edition,
I'll travel to Paris because the original idea was that they are here presentation the solution, but they just have a job offer and they didn't come to the travel. And this is only in the first edition. This is the motivation for the student.
Yes.
So you will actually then they have possibility to get job offer, right? Am I right?
No, the idea was them to come here. Yes, with everything paid and.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, and know the community.
Yes. And also, it's a solution that they could develop. Maybe tomorrow we will use it in the university, and it will need maintenance, right? So they could work with us, helping us to keep that solution alive. Things like that. And we also, we didn't do it in this opportunity, but we also thought that we could give them credits for their career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So they can actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I always have more questions, so I can keep asking. You mentioned that there was you were trying to get people to create courses, and there was a workflow that there were challenges for.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a student system that you're exchanging data with, or is everything coming out of the LMS? Does that make sense? You have like a governmental system or something where you need to keep track of all the student progress and report it back up? Or is it a thing that's it's internal just to UTEC?
No, we report.
We have a system that is internal from UTEC, right? Like the system. It's not OpenEDX is not the only platform that we use, okay? But we also have
Data warehouse.
Yes, a data warehouse where we concentrate all the data, and well, we report to the state data from there.
Okay.